Hey, yo, what's good? It's your boy smoothvega, and you are now tuned in with my homie Big Will, WWS Magazine. That's what it is.
Southern smoke.
You can tell by the way that I walk, I ain't your average dude. It's all up in my swagger. Can't you see I got an attitude? You know the biz when I step in this bitch. Ain't no question who the fuck that I is. Now. Let's get this motherfucker poppin' now. Let's get this motherfucker poppin' now. Let's get this motherfucker poppin' now. The egomaniacs in the building, let's get it poppin' now. When I step in the building, they start sweating the swag. I got this motherfucker jumping from the front to the back. Man, please, chill before I make that man freeze. And I'll snatch up his bitch quicker than Mayweather's hand speed. Mad at me, cause his name ain't Mike Holler. Ain't got no room for no hater, can't stand my white collar. I thought I notified that man with the bulging guys. If he kept them oversized, that man will get pulverized. I'm the main attraction on the scene, and you can tell by how my aura gleams. I got these two niggas acting obsessed. Their heads are turning 360 like they possess. Word? Yes sir, yeah you better believe it. I'm a 9 in the bitch, ain't no need for believing. I'm paralleled, me and then ain't leaving. I'm a 9-man shit, I ain't missed one season. You can tell by the way that I walk, I ain't your average dude. It's all up in my swagger, can't you see I got an attitude? You know the biz when I step in this bitch. Ain't no question who the fuck that I is. Now.
What's going on, everybody, man? It's your best friend Big Will once again in the building, man. It's the beginning of the week, man. I got my guest today, man, coming all the way from Texas, man. What's going on, smoothvega, man? How you doing out there?
Man, I'm doing good. What's good, Big Will? What's good, WWS?
I'm good, man.
Chilling.
Yeah, we good, man. We keeping things moving out here, man. You know, broadcasting all the latest stuff, man. First of all, it's a real big pleasure to have you on here, man. I know we've been networking with each other a lot, you know, talking through MySpace and all that different types of stuff, man. But, you know, give me an update, you know what I'm saying? Let us know what's going on with smoothvega, who you are, and what you do.
Oh, first things first, I'm a recording artist, you know what I'm saying? I'm a hip-hop, Latin lyricist. Fort Worth, Texas, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm representing. Go by the name of smoothvega to those that don't know who I am. Yeah, man, I've been trying to get on the WWS for a minute, man. It's about that time we finally made it happen. Feels good to be on, you know, just trying to get everybody to know what's good with me on my end, you know?
Damn right. Now, smoothvega, man, for those people who don't know you, man, I want you to give me your story. Tell me about where you come from, how you got started, you know what I'm saying, with your music. I know you're a Latin rapper and all that kind of, you know, different stuff that puts into your career, but tell me where you started in your history and, you know, tell me all about smoothvega and who that really is.
Man, it's a real long story, but I mean, I'm going to try to summarize it to the best of my ability. Started doing this in 1998. I was a 13-year-old kid, you know what I'm saying? I had always been fascinated with hip-hop. I'd always been into rap, going back to the MC Hammer, Vanilla Ice, you know, then it transcended into the Tupac, Brenda's Got a Baby, Bone Thugs and Harmony, you know, days and whatnot. And, you know, I had just started picking it up whenever in 8th grade I had a security guard who actually, at this time in my life, I was actually a bad knucklehead. I was like always getting in trouble. She had told me if I would keep my act clean, she would get me in the studio. But prior to that, I didn't really realize how possible it was to be a rapper or actually pursue a career as a recording artist, because back then it wasn't as common as it is now, where everybody could just turn on the computer and, you know, start recording yourself and put it on MySpace.
Right.
So, man, I got on it. I was a little timid at first because, you know, you're 13 years old, you don't know anything, and everybody's just, like, kind of taking advantage of you because you don't know shit. And there you go, man. I mean, that's how it started. And then once I realized it was possible, I continued doing it. And as I continued doing it, I became more in love with it, and I just started learning more about it. You know what I'm saying? By the time I was 15, I was already recording my own shit, you know, like professionally, that is. And then, you know, when I was 17, did a little EP deal, and the rest is history. You know, it just kind of became what it was. I started kicking off the smoothvega.com thing in 2002, way before MySpace was really popping. I was doing online communities. I was pushing, promoting, and by the time 2004, 2005 came around, you know, everybody had started to hear about me. At least in this area, you know, my traffic was up there with some of the best in Texas. So it really just kind of became one of the situations where I evolved and, once I kind of got further in, and see, the thing is, everybody always asks, like, yo, how'd you get the name Smooth Vega? Or what does Smooth Vega signify? To be honest with you, I have no real meaning behind it. By the time I wanted to change the name, it was already too late because I already had branded it enough to where it's going to stick with me no matter where I go,
Right.
So it's kind of one of those things. I mean, it's a long story, a long journey. But, I mean, just to kind of give people a little insight, that's a little bit of how it went down. Like I said, there was a lot of in-betweens where, a lot of people taking advantage of me, a lot of people that kind of came in and out of the picture. But at the end of the day, I'm still here. I'm still kicking. I'm 23 years old. It's been 10 years, and I'm trying to make it happen this year. 31085 is going to drop, so that's what it is.
Damn right. That's what's up, man. That's what's up, Vega. Okay, cool. So you actually started out at a really young age. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even know that you started at age 13, man. So it's been a while, man. So, I mean, right now, you're still quite young. You know what I'm saying? You still got a lot of stuff coming ahead of you and whatnot. Like, what do you have going on, you know what I'm saying, in the future? I know, for a fact, you got a lot of events going on. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of things, but I want you to tell us what's going on with you this year and what you got coming up.
Well, first things first, this year I'm trying to get the album out, which is 31085. I've been working on it for a minute. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of people on the album. I got Chino XL, Crooked Eye, Sinful, Royce the 5'9", just to name a few. I've been working on that for the last 3 years, but, I've been preparing for it to the best of my ability because I think in a lot of cases whenever you have an independent artist that's trying to put out their album, they don't really necessarily time it to the best of their ability. They just kind of put it out and in hopes that it'll do what it does. See, now what I started doing is I started trying to find different avenues to create for me and others around me as well. And that's when I started doing the events. And the event stuff kind of just popped off out of nowhere. I started doing this event series by the name of Total Pandemonium. It's an all-age event series that was created actually at the suggestion of a club manager around there. He had I was in the process of getting booked for a show, and he had told me, if I was interested, I could do an all-age show. Once he told me that, the green light went off, and I said, all right, you know what, I'm going to do this. I created a Total Pandemonium series. It was kind of a spin-off of something that I had seen around the way, but I knew that with me kind of being so deep into marketing and promoting and being able to brand something, I knew that it was going to be something that was going to be successful. Lo and behold, here we are, about to pop off the sixth event under the Total Pandemonium brand here in about 2 or 3 weeks. We got a little Flip coming out. He's headlining. And see, that's actually a blessing because whenever I started this event series, I didn't really know what to expect. But, we started breaking attendance and revenue records. And what it became is it became a situation where not only could I create avenues for the performers, like in this case it's dance crews and other local performers, but also as me as a performer and as a promoter, because you kind of see someone like Oscar De La Hoya, who is a performer and a big-time promoter, and you look at it like, damn, that's hope. But for me, being independent, I get a chance to network with a lot of the artists that I'm booking, and once they kind of come over here, for example, I brought Frankie J out here in February, and the last 2 shows he had prior to that show, his attendance was at like 8 people, and then the other show was at like 200 or 300 people max. Then he comes out on the show that I'm bringing him out on, and there's 1,500 people there. So all of a sudden, this dude knows that it's not all him that's drawing. He knows that it's the man behind it. So I get praised. I create that relationship. And I don't think there's been one artist that I've booked that I haven't kept a good relationship with, and they want to fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? They want to fuck with you because they obviously know that this cat knows what he's doing up to a certain extent. So, it's a beautiful thing in a lot of different ways with that event series, and it's growing by the day. I mean, you could check us out, TotalPandemonium.net, MySpace.com/Total Pandemonium.
So, Vega, man, I know you are working with a lot of different artists like you just mentioned, working with Frankie J and whatnot, a lot of different Latin acts. And I know one of the people that you are working with is Chino XL, which is, he's a legendary Hispanic rapper, you know what I'm saying? A lot of his music is well known throughout the nation. So I want to know, like, how is it like working with him? Like, what do you guys got going on? And tell me about that business relationship and what's going on between you guys.
Oh, well, Chino had actually, I had been trying to get a feature on my album prior to me even working on the project that I'm working on right now, which is 31085. I had told myself, make an attempt to make a conscious effort to actually get someone on there. I narrowed down the list. Pretty much it was Chino XL, Immortal Technique, and, there's a handful of rappers that I really respect that I wanted to get on the project. Luckily enough for me, I'm really into, like, looking and doing my research on people. So like I was trying to find any way to get in contact with Chino X. So I finally got a hold of him.